Oh, righty. So where are we today? And why am I showing you this old car park? I don't know why I thought about it. However, 1991, how old would I have been? I was born in 65, 75, 85, 26, 27. The 1991. I would say from the early 1980s to the late 1990s, Glasgow was absolutely bonkers. This is the Shettleston area of Glasgow. It was one of the most violent places in Europe. I believe it held the title of being the stabbing capital of Europe at one point. And even now, with all the regeneration in Glasgow, and there's obviously a lot more employment and stuff, Shettleston's still one of the more rundown areas. I would think it votes Labour. I don't know why they would. All the people who have done is crush this city underfoot. But anyway, politics. This pub here is called the Cottage Bar. And I was digressing and transgressing as usual. In 1991, I would have been, 25, 26-year-old, and there was a double murder in Glasgow. I thought it was further along in the city centre. I thought it happened near the Glasgow Barrowlands. The two guys' names were Joe Hanlon and Bobby Glover. I've never met these guys before. I believe one of them was in his early 20s and one of them was in his early 30s. I don't know about them, and there's a good chance that their families are still going to be alive, so I can't make any comment apart from to say rest your poor souls, guys, because apparently there was a gangland hit, a gangland killing, and I believe it might have happened in that car park here. Again, it's just archival footage I was reading through on the internet. I think this is Darleith Street, Darleith Street. So if Bobby Glover or Joe Hanlon's family are watching this, and in no way do I want to add misery to what was a horrible situation. However, I believe the two guys were shot, and left in a car, I believe, in that car park. So this is a bit of Glasgow's dark history, isn't it? I don't know the full stories. If I can find some links, I'll put them down in the box below. But it's something else with the channel, isn't it? Glasgow's dark history. Back in the times, there was all sorts of madness in the city. There was a guy, Paul Ferris, who worked for one of the Glasgow criminal families. There was another guy called Arthur Thompson Sr., who was again, this is just what you read in the press, isn't it? And I don't really believe anything the press tells me about anything. Arthur Thompson was supposed to be another massive criminal. Then there was a guy that lived quite close to me out in East End called Tam the licensee McGraw. So I don't know who Bobby Glover and Joe Hanlon were working for, and because of that, I don't want to say too much about the crime. However, it was rumoured they were involved themselves in a murder, and it was a retaliation. And apparently, from the stuff I read online, one of the guys' car had broken down, so he asked his mate for a lift, and both of them ended up getting shot. So what a tragic and terrible sad story, isn't it? Quite what time is it? About 5 o'clock or something? Yeah, 5 to 5. And we are getting more sunshine in Glasgow, but this is an average day as ever in the city. So is that interesting? Is that something else we should look at in the channel? There's been a lot of gore in the city, a lot of historical events, that was quite a contemporary one that happened in my lifetime. I can remember it at the time, As I say, I don't know either of the guys. I don't know much about the whole. Lots of books have been read on it, but if you see how skewed propaganda and the news coverage is just now, I've no reason to think it was any better back then. But Cottage Bar, Darleith Road, Glasgow. My condolences go to the Glover and Hanlon families. And it is a bit gory. I believe it was a dark metallic blue Ford Orion car was found here when both the poor souls were. And made the makers, what a place to go, eh? Right, so I've been doing lots of stuff. As ever, it's out of kilter with other stuff I've been doing in the channel, and driving up and down that road when I read it was actually quite near my house that this had happened. Why not spend 5 minutes putting up a little YouTube video? And it was a exciting time in Glasgow history. There was some amount of poverty in the city. The city was overflowing with heroin. Unemployment was just bonkers, you know. So when people can't make money legally, they start making it illegally, don't they? If the only people in your neighbourhood that are doing well, that have got any money, are the drug dealers and the criminals, you're going to aspire to make your money that way, aren't you? So thankfully things have really changed in the city, and there is a lot more employment and a lot more money floating about. You can see it. There should be a lot more again because of Scotland's outrageous natural resources, but that's a hint for another one. So Cottage Bar, Shettleston Road, Glasgow. Thank you all for watching. Right, bye bye.